Would you love to be a master manifester? Easily accomplish all that you want? Why not? Of course, anybody would. And is it frustrating when you're repeatedly not getting what you want? How does that feel when you're not getting what you want? So here's the deal. Let's chat a little bit about that. What is that about? And in the last couple of weeks in my meditation group, we have been doing visioning, and I wanted to share another tip here on the law of attraction. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Avital. I'm known as the Healing Breakthrough Facilitator, and I'm really glad that you're here joining. When we keep talking about what we don't want or what isn't working well, there are two main reasons, I believe. The first is that we're focusing on it because we're drawn to it, because there's something else to learn or to experience in the what we don't want phase. I truly believe that when you're done with what you don't want, you don't think about it anymore. You focus on what you do want. And just to clarify, the brain does not understand not monkeys. It just understands monkeys. So it doesn't understand the not and the don't word. So that's also a time when you're focusing on what you don't want. But when you focus on, so let's say you don't want monkeys, but you want to own a cat. So you're focusing on cats. You're done with the idea of monkeys. All you think about are cats. And so we're not thinking about what we don't want. We're thinking about what we want. We want cats. I like that little meow. But here's the deal about that. So we're still there, like trying to understand something. And what I want to say is that when you're in that stage, to do it deeply. So to really sit with yourself and say, well, am I done? Am I done with monkeys? And say, well, no, there's something else for me to understand about this situation with monkeys and my relationship with them and whether or not they're really the best thing for me. And what is it exactly that wasn't, so that I can appreciate more deeply the cats, which are a much better match for me. That's the example there. But I also want you to consider that sometimes we just think about the end. We put all of our energy into where we're going. And life isn't really designed necessarily just about accomplishing something, getting to that end point. Life is designed to enjoy the process, to live the process, to learn, to experience on the way. I remember throughout high school and college, my goal was to get really good grades, get into a good college, get really good grades so that I could get a great job. There I am, straight out of college, program manager at Microsoft. And I get there and I'm like, well, I've accomplished everything I've been working on for my life. Now what? Because I made everything about the end goal and also didn't consider the process as much and didn't consider as much as well, once I got there, all of the steps that will take at that point. So that life is like this continual thing. As you probably know, when you get one thing, then you want another. That's the way life goes, right? We're always trying to grow and aspire. Now, what I want to say too is that when you're focusing, just think about this, the thing that you don't want, and focus on that for a moment. So the behavior, the person, the object, the job you don't want, and all the things that are annoying about it. Okay, now shift the perspective inside you and focus on what you do want. What job do you want? You want those cats. You want this type of person in your life. You want these types of experiences. And of course, you feel different, right? You feel better when you're focusing more on what you want. So why wouldn't you just automatically go there? So the first reason I mentioned is because there's still something to learn about this experience. So allow yourself to go fully into it if that is the truth. Now, if you are absolutely convinced you are done, And we could do, by the way, this is really fun. There's an I'm done procedure that we can do from Neuro-Linguistic programming that one of my coaches put together to help you get done with that. There are a lot of things we can do to help you get done faster. So that's actually what a lot of my clients find is that, while we still need to live these things out, we can get through it faster. Okay. But if you're really done and you've been obsessing for a long time, it's possible that what you've also done is trained yourself to obsess and focus on that thing. And then we just need to retrain you to be done with that. And then focus more on what you want and create more visioning around that. And of course, we do that with neuro-linguistic programming as well. But I hope that helps you just consider that there is a purpose to be getting what you don't want and to be focusing on what you don't want so that at least you don't need to beat yourself up because you haven't manifested what you want yet. It's not always about, am I a master manifester, but what else do I need to learn and experience en route to this end point that I'm looking forward to. And then hopefully you keep the vision alive and strong so that it's not just this one thing, but it keeps going. I'm going to say a really, really sad story to close this out. It's just dramatic, but Zermatt, Switzerland, has the Matterhorn in it. And I went to the cemetery at the bottom of the Matterhorn. And interestingly, it had all these people's little gravestones, and it said, summited the Matterhorn on July 7, 1984, died July 7, 1984. Summited to the top of the Matterhorn August 17, 1979, died August 17, 1979. They made it to the top of the mountain. This is a mountain we're talking about in Switzerland. So they made it to the top of the mountain and they died on the way down. I'm not a rock climber. I don't know if there's more risk on the way down, but I just had this thought, what if all they could think about their whole life goal was getting to that end point, getting to the peak of the mountain, and they didn't think about everything else that life could offer and how to stay as conscious and aware on the way down. So I wanted to give you that little analogy. I say this in yoga as well. When you get into the yoga pose, we also have to focus on how we get in and out of the yoga posture. That is life. That is what is going to keep us safe, healthy, vibrant, and give us more and more reason to live for. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you have just a fabulous, wonderful rest of your day.